How do you successfully beat the odds against you? How do you become someone who fights against the tides of life and come out successful? Today we have an amazing person in the house that's going to be sharing his experiences, that's going to be showcasing his challenges and laying it all bare for you to see. He is a multiple award-winning actor, someone who has won a lot of awards, including the AMVCA and NEA awards right here in Nigeria. He's someone that featured in The Wedding Party, and because of his exceptional roles, have continued to rise to different levels in his acting career. Ladies and gentlemen, when we come back from this break, I'll be introducing our guest to you and we can have a heart-to-heart conversation. Welcome to Connect with Shady. It's not about the struggles that you go through in life, but it's always your ability to surmount those challenges and become successful with whatever endeavor, whatever field that you find yourself. Today we have an amazing personality in the studios right here. He's a superstar per excellence, someone that has been able to beat the odds and come out successful in his craft. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Sambasa Nzeribe. Hey, boss.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Thank you for having
me. All right, it's amazing. You're right here sitting, and a lot of things comes to mind, when we talk about challenges and struggles. I remember a couple of days ago, I was on social media going through some of your pictures and some of the things. And then I saw this particular picture that you took with, I think, your mom or your grandmom, and you were sitting very close to this person. I was like, this person has risen from this level to become successful in this particular field. How did you do it?
Oh, well.
How did you do it? How did it happen for you?
Well, first things first, I want to say thank God.
Okay.
The journey has not been easy, and all along the time before everything, things changed. It was really, really tough.
Yeah.
It was really, really tough. And first, I say thank God again. And then I want to thank a lot of the people that believed in me.
Okay.
A lot of people that supported me one way or the other,
okay.
even through prayers, I grew up in Isolo.
Isolo, that's Isolo local government, right?
Yeah, Oshodi Isolo local government.
Okay.
About Isolo.
You should know a lot about those towns and stuff.
So I grew up there, and over the years, I'm just that person that I'm just a simple person.
Okay.
I just want things to go well.
Okay.
And it's just so happened that my journey in life took me to the University of Lagos to study creative arts.
Wow.
And I graduated, and here I am. I connect with Shady.
Yeah, live and direct.
Yeah.
All right, but basically, let's focus on some of the things that you had to go through in life. So many people go through challenges, but they cannot find their place. They don't know how to perceive those challenges and turn it to stepping stones.
Yeah.
You have some particular challenges, a lot of things probably that you went through before you became who you are right now.
Yeah.
But when you are on set, it's a different ballgame entirely. It looks like there's a different Sambasa from what we know on ground. Like, you're very cool right here, but when you're on set, there's a different thing entirely. So what motivates you? What inspires you on a daily?
My journey. I lost my father before I could spell my name.
Wow.
And then a couple of years later, I lost my mother. And then I grew up in a home where I would say we were fine. I didn't know how to speak Pidgin English. Yes, when I was a kid, I didn't know. So my late father was a banker, and my late mother was a school teacher.
Amazing.
Yes. So before I got mixed up in the streets, I spoke straight English all through.
Somehow, I feel like there's still a little bit of difficulty in trying to relate with some of these Pidgin English things. Do you have that?
Well, no, not really. I try, because after all that happened, it was on the streets I now realized that people usually mix soup when they're eating. When you go and buy food outside and then you see someone mixing egusi and draw soup together. I never really growing up, I didn't understand that. At home, we just, if it's egusi, we're eating.
We're eating egusi.
If it's draw soup, so mixing up on the streets, exposed me to a lot of things.
Okay.
But the one thing that kept me going was the orientation my late mom gave, to myself. Because after my father died, she took refuge in the church.
Okay.
And then introduced us to the church. I was just glad following her to church because they shared biscuit and Fanta.
So you had a different motivation why you went to church.
Along the line, I got caught up with everything. And then she was a music and drama teacher in a charismatic group, Jesus Cares. And so I learned all those, the dramatic aspects and musical aspects of
mostly
art.
From the church.
Yes, So all along, still on the streets, you wake up, there's nobody to ask you questions. You're like with the boys in the hood, okay, what are we doing today? And then I remember that particular day I was walking through the church, St. Mary's Catholic Church in Isolo, and two or three women called me and said, young man, what are you doing with your life? I was like, they said, do you want to go to school? I said, yes, I want to go to school. And that's how the Catholic Women Organization of St. Mary's Catholic Church, sponsored my writing of the JAM, my O-levels and stuff to go to school. And that's how I got admission in the University of Lagos to study creative arts. Before then, I was in the Catholic Youth Organization that had friends, we didn't know what was career then, but we were passionate about being very creative.
Now, you talk about passion, which is, for me, which is always key in terms of discovering your person and who you are. For young people out there, a lot of people don't know how to channel their passion into their craft. You do that so excellently well. Like looking at the wedding party, which you were absolutely phenomenal in that,
Thank you
movie.
very much.
The passion was just all there. There's just something unique about this Sambasa guy.
Thank you.
So how do you manage to channel all that into your craft, your passion?
Well, I would say in defense of people that are still struggling to find that thing that they're supposed to do, it took me a while. It took me a while in the sense that I wanted to be so many things. I wanted to, academy-wise, I wanted to study business administration. I thought, I had this big idea that if I study business administration, I'll be good in business. Yes, I'll be rich and help my family. And also I was training also to be a footballer. I played football. And but just like your question, finding that passion, you know it. You know what you... I mean, many of us, there are certain things that if we came into this world and nobody was going to pay bills, there are certain things that you will say, okay, you won't pay me for this. I don't have to pay bills. I love doing this. So that thing, I had started acting, singing with my colleagues in church, so it was something that we did it out of passion. We were so creative at doing it. I lived in a neighborhood where right across my home were boys that smoked, that drank, I mean, in all sorts. I mean, it's Isolo and it's the streets. I mean, people gather and people, the orientation my late mom gave me saved me from a lot of... it was a basic message. Your life has to have meaning.
It has to have meaning. Meaning, life and meaning.
Yes.
For me, I can actually just say that your late mom has been very influential in you finding that thing that you're called to do. But along the line, what were the most challenging situations that you had to face? Because you mentioned a while back that your dad was a banker, right? does it mean you were born into a home where, things were in so bad? If that's not what it means, what was the most challenging situation that you had to face, and how did you surmount this situation?
Yeah.
Can you just give us an
yes,
experience?
I was born into, in a Niger way, into a body home.
Okay.
Yeah, so where everybody, my late father would buy toothpaste, but would not just buy one toothpaste, but everybody has his own toothpaste.
Wow.
And we are kids,
you can imagine
but
that.
my late mother will come after he has shared the toothpaste to everyone, and say, she will gather the whole toothpaste and say, okay, I will keep these ones, use one, and when this one finish, we'll take from here, So while my late father cared so much for us, my late mother too wanted, even in that care, we should be united. So the biggest challenge that you mentioned was that, you see, this life, when we come into this life, we continue to build our journey. So what happened is that as my parents died, it's as if their friends died with them.
None of them came around to even be a part of your life.
They will come around for a while, but it can only last but a while.
Yeah.
And then everybody has their own challenges and their own immediate family and their problems. So I would say we were left pretty much to ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was really, really difficult.
Wow,
really
amazing.
difficult.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be right back to continue the talk and the conversation with Sambasa. Sambasa, when we come back, your name has always fascinated me. When they say Sambasa, like it sounded like what's it called, Sambisa Forest.
Yeah, I get that.
More like so. Yeah. You're going to explain and let us know what the meaning of your name is, and of course we'll take the conversation from there. All right, guys, we'll be right back.
I don't tell you say I be thief, I no be robber.
Okay, thief, robber, please, what's the difference?
Oh, you think this is a joke?
Please. I'm sure my boss didn't mean any harm.
The boys didn't mean any harm. Like I said, I'm not a member of their family.
Sambasa, Sambisa. What is the difference? It sounds close though. Sambasa, what is the meaning of your name? How did you get to start bearing that name? Was it given to you by your parents?
No. Okay, how did that name come about? Yes, just like I mentioned, growing up on the streets and everything. So I used to be the king. Let me say, okay, we call it champion.
Okay.
At playing video games.
Are you serious?
Yes, it was PlayStation, and I used to use, I used the team Brazil.
Okay.
So when people come from Ilasa or
do you still play video games?
Yes, I do.
That's how you unwind, right?
Yes.
That's part of the way you relax. Okay.
I really like it.
Amazing.
So people come from outside of Isolo and play other people. And people and my friends will be like, don't go away, you've not played our champion. Let's Samba.
The king of the streets.
Yeah, so because Brazil are known as Samba boys. Okay. So the name Samba, people say calling me Samba.
Wow.
So because of the orientation my mother put me through, anything that you're associated with should have meaning. So I'm not from Brazil. I'm not a Samba boy. So I was not like, okay, this name it has come to stay, but it has to have meaning.
Of course.
So at the end of the day, I coined an acronym from the philosophy of my life.
Wow.
It means surviving and maintaining balance against societal aggression. Surviving and maintaining balance against societal aggression.
You know what? That sounds to me like a lot of education.
Yes. It just means whatever the society throws at you, don't cross over to the negative side. Stay hopeful, stay positive, and be the best of yourself.
Amazing. Your name itself is an art.
Yes.
Your name it speaks volume.
Yes.
But this is really good. But let's talk a little bit about the wedding party.
Okay.
Which a lot of people, I knew some friends of mine who bought the ticket to the wedding party because they heard stories about the thief at the end. How did you pull that stunt? Like, it looked so real that you could actually feel Sambasa standing in front of you as if he wants to rob you.
Okay.
How did you do that?
Okay, first and foremost, I want to give kudos to Don Omope that, put through that phone call for me to come to it. It was a big audition. Auditioning for many actors. Okay. And then also to the director, Kemi Adetiba, and my co-actors too. Everybody just tried to, on that set, everybody just tried to help each other and make sure that we get the best. Wow. And as soon as I was put through who the character was, so gradually, it just began to sink in. And before I knew it, it was a spiritual thing. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Wow. When I was watching the movie, first thing I was thinking in my mind is it that this guy knows the art of stealing? Or maybe he has, armed robbery in his blood or something. Because I very few actors I know that can actually go so deep in interpreting their scripts and become that person. For instance, we had Gregory Jeffwa, one time on the show. That's another person that's able to do that too. And for you, some people struggle with acting. Yours just came like natural, like it was just there. Really, really, really amazing stuff there. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the young people now. Bible says, to whom much is given, much is expected. You have received so much in terms of your passion, in terms of what you do. How do you plan to give back to the society? How do you plan to take your impact to the next level?
Okay, it's actually a very passionate thing for me that I look forward to doing. Okay. And although it's very difficult, I think it's very difficult from what I'm saying. Okay. I from my wealth of experience in my short time in the industry, I have come to see that we don't have a good enough child actors, and when we watch the foreign movies, we see children acting, effortlessly.
That is so true, because you're just saying it right now, and I'm really thinking about it. It's so true, because it's as if we don't use children in the industry.
Yes, and then, neglect them a lot in terms of awards, in terms of recognition. And then when you put a child on screen, the child is just there, doesn't understand what acting is. So I hope to have an acting school for children, because I feel I'm good with children. I could direct them and tell them on how to deliver.
Sambasa, are you married?
No, I'm not.
You haven't got any kids, right?
No.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Are you sure? when are you planning on getting married?
Well, by God's grace, for now,
okay.
I have one girlfriend, which is my career.
I don't understand. When actors say these things, it makes me feel like they are acting again. You have one girlfriend who is your career. I don't understand. Like
for me, it's not acting. For me, it's not acting. While I was in school, before even coming into Nollywood, I've had a couple of relationships. Okay. And my career always got, it got in the way. Okay. They will get there.
But don't you think maintaining a balance, between the relationship and the career,
that's a good skill to have. That's a good, but not everybody has that experience or has grown into that position. I pray to grow into it.
Amazing. Yeah. So after the wedding party, after the robbery in the wedding party, I'm looking forward to some girls who would still want to marry a thief.
That was Lukman. That's not Sambasa. That was Lukman.
Are you kidding?
I remember the day he professed his love for you. Every word he said was sweet and true. I remember how you kept on knocking on heaven's door, longing for the one, so you will not be found wanting, crumbling or falling out of luck or out of love. I remember I remember that day on the road when the rain poured and it was so cold. I remember he called you Ella, asking you to go under his umbrella in Ebutemeta. The very first day I saw his big head, I don't know, say this guy, when they scope you, he gon' like anything we start with W. And now when he don't catch you, your life don't end up at 2. You will get lost in his charms, forever in his arms. Oh, because he has something very interesting. He has big cassava in his farm. So you go swallow fufu day and night. And I wish you well. I wish you sweet memories you love to tell. So don't forget to invite me. This one don't pass me trick. Like movie to reality. This now all go get wedding party. And I promise, they are not gonna steal your gifts. I just want to witness your wedding kiss. To witness this thing called love. As I look forward to seeing small chips. So, in conclusion, this is my opinion. Let me be at your wedding party. My details are on Instagram and Snapchat. She baddest.
Gonna give her all I have. Gonna give her all I have. That's together we are one.
Last words right now to people that are struggling with different issues out there. Young people that are finding it difficult to have a sense of direction. Young people that are finding it difficult to focus, have that laser focus on their dreams. What is your word to them? What is Sambasa's word to them?
Okay, I'll just be honest. I'll just be honest with you. First things first, I want to say it's not easy. If it's not easy 5 years ago, in 2018, it has become very difficult. It's not easy. So for you out there, you're passionate about something and there are a lot of things, a lot of forces, a lot of obstacles that are trying to just push you out of your passion, especially in the kind of society that we are. I just, all I would say is, I have my own strategy. My own strategy is, one, believe in God. There is somebody, I don't want to say something. There is somebody, there is a being above everybody. Amazing. I mean, there are some things we can't explain, you know, so we all come into this world and we all live. No man has been able to, you know, stay and say, I won't die. Yes, you know, so I believe in God and I believe in, just like you mentioned, passion. You need to have passion for that thing. And then also, you need to put work into your passion.
Work.
Put work into it.
Passion, work.
God, passion, work.
Wow.
You know, yes.
Amazing.
That's it.
A lot of people run away from the work aspect of it. Some have the passion, but some are not ready to put in
because the work takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of waiting.
Wow.
While everybody is bubbling on Instagram.
And then there's, that's something else. You know, the youth these days, a lot of them have not been able to really maximize these social media handles. And that's something we will talk about maybe some other time. But, you know, there was an adage, a saying that says, hard work will beat talent if talent does not work hard. Cool. You know, I've seen a lot of people who were talented and never got anywhere. You know, so basically, the three things you just mentioned, God, passion, and work, would actually do a lot. lot in the lives of people. Sambasa, thank you so much for being on
Thank
the
you for having me.
It's amazing. I got to learn a lot today, especially the name Sambasa.
Yes, surviving and maintaining balance against societal aggression.
Surviving and maintaining balance against societal aggression. Good. You heard that, right? Amazing. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
Yeah.
I do sincerely hope that you enjoyed every bit of today's episode. Remember, you can catch us on all social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, Connect TV, on Instagram at I am Shady, and Connect_TV. Connect is spelled KONNECT_TV. And of course, on Twitter at I am Shady. Do well to send us a message. Are you going through so many, any struggle at all? Is there anything you want to know? You can reach us on www.connectwithshady.com. In case you missed it, they're all displayed right there on your screen. Till I come your way again, same time, same station. My name is Shady. Do have an amazing time.